Hello everyone, and welcome back to our little Let's Play of Shadowrun Returns. To be honest, it's been a little while, so I can't entirely remember where we last left off. So we're just going to go ahead and pick it up and see where it goes. Press R to reload your current weapon. The Seamstresses Union. Relative to the rest of the Barrens, Touristville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union. Housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of Illegal and Opportunity, bums huddle together, gangers strut in the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name and keeps to themselves. Honestly, I've been itching to play this game, but really just haven't had the time. Or else, whenever I have had the time, other people have been here in the room and haven't been able to kind of record myself freely. Okay. I'm digging those headphones. Or headset. The bartender is a striking elf, sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize save me and take me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for maximum extraction of tips. Hey there, I haven't seen you here before. What can I get you? Let's go ahead and order a drink. Something dirty in a clean glass. Oh, hard case, I like that. Okay, hard case, I'll get you something stiff. Starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm. Hard. It's clear the two have a history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. Cherry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead, or worse. The Ripper's out there and he's real. Last killing happened just down the block. And now Coyote's missing. They'll probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm getting a Ph.D. from UW in neuroprosthetics studying under Ojemans. And how am I paying for it? Bartending. Tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what you want. A better life. A better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood can give you that. I've heard this all before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Brotherhood, Cherry Bomb's pretty face is hard, armored in lipstick and low expectations. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who could afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about money. It's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I've heard Lynn Telestrian give a talk last night titled The New Family of the Sixth World. I got a family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now Buzz, I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no question that the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Ouch. Now, you see, I've done a little reading on the lore of Shadowrun. I've been a DM for Shadowrun 4th edition, so I know a little bit about the Universal Brotherhood. I won't spoil it for any of you guys, but you might want to keep your eye on that one. Let's see. Boyfriend, friend, religion? Her pretty eyes narrow. Something like that. You've got a look that says you're not just here for the entertainment. You a badge? Nope. I didn't think so. You look like a runner to me. We're trained to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I have a few questions. Ask away. That guy mentioned Coyote. She here? No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? Is she a shaman with a name like Coyote? She laughs. No. She shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. Face falls. She's been missing for a couple of days now. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. Tell me about this place. Some come here for booze, some for companionship. Others are looking for something they can't get anywhere else. If it's illegal or immoral, and it can probably be bought, sold or rented or consumed, you can probably find it here. The Union seems to attract people like you. Who's that you're talking to? Shane, old boyfriend, used to work here. Then one day he saw a billboard for the Universal Brotherhood, and that was that. Went to a meeting, made new friends, moved in with them. I was happy for him until he started coming around trying to recruit me. I don't need that dreck. Ever hear the name San Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer, and a regular pain in the butt for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, it went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him, though. Did you see Sam on the night he died? No, that was Coyote's shift. Who runs this place? I want to talk to him. Let it be Mrs. Kubota. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Liz. No sweat. Talk to you later. That's not how Coyote does it. Eric Merceman. Hey guy, I got some extra outfits I'm trying to unload. You want the first dibs? Take a look. Oh, that's handy. He's talking about literal outfits. Okay. Let's see, what do we got? So armor's always nice. Dodge +1, HP +3. Sailish Runner. That's looking kind of good right now. Equipment. I've got my gun, my deck. I've got no armor right now. I do need something that gives me a bonus to intelligence. Tourist look sounds funny, but not quite my style yet. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and see what else I can spend my money on before I drop a bunch of cash on that. Well, hang on. What are these guys talking about? Jin Parks. The Asian woman's expression reads, open for business, but her demeanor reads, dealer rather than companion. She has a jack on her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. You look like you could use some firepower. Something simple. I got guns so smart they practically fire themselves. You looking for tech? Got some of that too, if that's the way you roll. Show me what you got. Guns are nice. It'd be nice to have drone, because I do a little bit of drone rigging. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and wait until I see all of my options before I buy anything. Mr. Clue. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusks and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. Welcome. Please behave yourself. Will do. You get trouble in here often? Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. You have business here? I was a friend of Sam Watts. Know him? Sure. Everyone knew Sam. Shame to lose a part of the family. There's no sharpness in Clue's eyes. The look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. I figure Sam was the type who needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call it a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually? What about the night he died? He was a bit agitated. Didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. Thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. I appreciate you talking with me. Happy to help. Can I go back there? Yeah, I can go back here. Okay. Johnny Clean. That's interesting. The man is dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail thin, and has a cunning look in his eye that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy. Name's Johnny Clean. You new? I am. I imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, eh? True. Quite true. I keep my mouth shut about it, too. That's the secret to keeping a job here. And staying alive in general. Gotta work. See you around. Well, that was interesting. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. I told you it's not like that at all. Bring me proof, and you shall have it. I am honored, your majesty. That was why I said to use mustard instead of ketchup. Forgive me, Jean, I was a fool. He looks you in the eye. These other conversations on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. I'd like to see your wares. That's nice. I'm not a mage, so I guess that guy doesn't matter to me that much. Let's talk with Mrs. Kubota before we do anything else. Mrs. Kubota watches you cross the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see she's of mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house, mess with it at your own peril." Her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa, good evening. Konbanwa, good evening. Are you enjoying the seamstresses union? There should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely. Or is this business? I just need a moment of your time, Mrs. Kubota. I have topics to discuss. Soka, and why should I help you? Jake sent me. I'm glad to hear that Jake Armitage is alive again. He lives an interesting life. Very well. If Jake sends you to me, I will help you. What do you want to know? How well did you know Sam? I knew him. We all did. Sam was a regular here whenever he could beg or borrow enough new yen to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, alcohol, it didn't matter to Sam. As long as he was bent, he was always looking for his next fix. He clung to the place like it was his lifeline, and we treat him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him. Except Coyote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated as he often was. Coyote was working the bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. Why is this place called the Seamstresses Union? During the gold rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to their rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place in business, she named it the Seamstresses Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly here. And thus, a rich tradition was born. So you're a former seamstress? No. Perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Would that I could. I have not seen her in 2 days. She is a smart woman and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. If she's smart, why fear for her? Because she is in a dangerous line of work, and there is always someone smarter, more prepared. Her room is upstairs. If you are looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It is unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have inaction on my conscience. Here's the key. That works pretty good, doesn't it? This is turning out quite handy. Okay. There's a mid-grade security panel attached to the nearby door. It's set up to require a password for entry. Boom! Decker! We're getting in there. I wonder if this is already Coyote's room. Or if it's just some room. Oh, there's a teddy bear. The stuffed bear seems to be hiding something. Nitro. Well, that's nice, I suppose. Doesn't look like there's anything in this room. We might as well go to the back just to be safe. Yep, nothing in here. Alright, well, there's plenty to find in here, isn't there? It looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. It's not very tidy, is it? The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. She sounds like fun. Coyote's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. Okay. Open the diary to the first paper. A receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. The receipt. A receipt for Browning Max Power Pistol from Jin Park downstairs, with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Okay. Read the diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this cutter Drek keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make the cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at the Seamstresses Union. Still he goes on these runs. With these bozos all over my floor, I feel like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it always have to be one way? As soon as the last cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drek like that again, he would be sleeping in the alley. Of course he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year. Got my bartending license, got this apartment, and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me, more than his involvement with the cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together, slice out the fear that comes with it. Okay, flip to a different page, second paper. Handwritten poem on it, and a diary entry. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco! Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the cutters once. He leaves the apartment with see you in a few hours, babe, and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely, but I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch, with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. Let's just say Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. There's her seat and an old photograph stuck between the pages. The picture. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yes, she is smiling. The back of the photograph has Shadow scrawled on it. And receipt. COD receipt for a special order, 5 pounds of zebra meat from Maury's Meat Emporium, located near Pike Place Market. That's weird. A receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door, set to a combination of 342 436. Okay. 342. Let's look at that one more time. Alright, I don't remember it. 342 436. 342 436. I can remember that. 342 436. Yeah, oh, well, it's just going to remember it for me. The safe beeps cheerfully in response and the door comes open. Framed painting of Chicago skyline done in stylized silhouette. That's a tongue twister if I ever saw one. Any other rooms I can access then? Where's this at? I mean, the nitro's nice, but alright, I guess that's all I can do here. Wait a minute, did I get anything out of the safe? I didn't, did I? I opened it and then I walked away. Jeez. Thank you guys for being patient. Oh, a hand grenade. That it? That all? Well, the zebra meat seems like an interesting little, yeah, that's kind of the odd thing out. All the rest of the stuff seems pretty standard. That and Shadow. Those seem like our 2 leads on where to find Coyote. I bet these 2 are talking. How can I help you? Do you know Paco? He's a ganger, member of the Cutters. He's a good kid and a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. Have you heard of Maury's Meat Emporium? Face twists in disgust. No, I am a vegetarian. Did you know Jin Park sold Coyote a gun recently? I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take trash out to the dumpster. I'll see you around. Okay, well. Thank you there. Let's see, really what I'd like to do is... I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up a drone from Jin. Did you sell a Browning Max Power to Coyote, the bartender? Hey guy, I'm discreet. I don't talk about what my clients, or what they buy. Bad for biz. However, I'm sure she would recommend me, if she was a customer, which I'm not saying she is. She can't recommend you if she's dead. Did she say anything about why she wanted it? Of course, I'd expect no less. Listen, Coyote's missing and Mrs. Kubota asked me to find her. I need to know whatever you know. Whatever Miss Kubota wants. I didn't realize Coyote was missing. She said she expected to encounter some kind of paranormal animal at close range. I recommended the Ares Predator, but she couldn't afford it, so she went with the Browning Max Power. Need some hardware? Yeah, what you got? Okay. I think we'll go with the Doberman. Ah, dang it. Okay, well I guess that's that. I think I've got it equipped. If I don't know how to equip it, that's for sure. Hey guy, I got some extra outfits and stuff. I like this one. And it's the best I can afford right now, so. Oh, I like that. That looks pretty rad, actually. Okay. Paranormal animal at close range. Zebra meat. Something tells me those two are related. And the next mission? Find and question Coyote, mission items. Okay, Alright. Maybe I'll go back and talk to her for a second. How can I help you? I'll see, okay. Not getting anywhere with her. Clue's already told us everything he knows. Jin has already told us everything she knows. Can't talk to Cherry Bomb anymore. I guess I'll go outside. Can I go outside? I'm not gonna get stuck again, am I? Is there any way to exit this place? Alright, well, alright, well, everybody, that might have to be it for this episode up until I figure out what on earth I'm supposed to do. I don't think I missed anything. No, yeah, I didn't miss anything. I'm probably just overlooking something really obvious. But thank you all for tuning in, and we'll pick back up as soon as I'm able to sort out what the flip to do. Have a good day.